Hello students, welcome to the home science class. From the last few classes, we are discussing the unit 6 basics of nutrition. In our previous class, we have gone through the mineral iodine. What do you mean by the iodine? Iodine is a constituent of thyroxine and the food sources of iodine. Let us recall a very few food sources like common salt, seafood, etc. are some of the food sources and functions of iodine, the daily requirements and the deficiency of the iodine. In this class, we are going to learn about few minerals, that is magnesium, sodium and zinc. So students, let us move on to the first mineral of this class, that is magnesium. Magnesium is an essential mineral of the human nutrition. About 60% is found along the calcium and phosphorus in the bone and the teeth. And the magnesium is very much needed for so many biochemical reactions in the body. Magnesium is needed for more than 300 biochemical reactions in the body. It helps to maintain the normal nerve as well as the muscle functions. It also supports a healthy immune system, keeps the heartbeat steady and helps the bone to remain strong. This also helps to adjust the blood glucose level. It aids in the production of energy and protein. Now, so what do you mean by the magnesium? About 60% is found along with the calcium. And phosphorus. Let us move on to the functions of magnesium. When coming to the functions of the magnesium, it is present mainly in the intracellular fluids. Cellular fluid and helps in maintaining the fluid balance along with the sodium as well as potassium and the calcium. Maintain fluid balance. Maintain the fluid balance. This helps in the transmission of nerve impulses. Nerve impulses, muscle contraction, and heartbeat. And this also acts as a cofactor. Magnesium is one of the vital macro minerals. It is required by the human body along with the calcium and phosphorus to maintain the optimal bone health. This performs a key role in many important biochemical processes in the system, enabling the proper functioning of several enzymes needed for the growth, development as well as the energy metabolism. This is present mainly in the intracellular fluids and helps in maintaining the fluid balance along with the sodium as well as sodium, potassium and calcium. This helps in the transmission of nerve impulses, muscle contraction as well as the regulation of heartbeat. This also acts as a cofactor in so many metabolic reactions. Then, what is the daily requirement of the magnesium? Requirement. The plasma level, it is 1.5 to 1.8 per liter. The daily intake is 250 to 300 mg. When coming to the sources, the sources of the magnesium is milk, cheese, fish, meat, pulses, etc. And when coming to the deficiency, symptoms, the deficiency of the magnesium is a common symptoms, that is, it is uncommon symptoms. This is very much similar to that of the symptoms of tetany. Okay. Now, the mineral magnesium, it is one of the important vital macro mineral. It is required by the human body along with the calcium and phosphorus to maintain the optimal bone health. And about 60% is found along with the calcium and magnesium and phosphorus along with in the bones and teeth. It is present mainly in the intracellular fluids and help in maintaining the fluid balance along with the sodium, potassium and calcium. This helps in transmission of the nerve impulses, muscle contraction as well as the regulation of heartbeat, and this also acts as a cofactor. It performs a key role in many important biochemical processes in the system, enabling the proper functioning as well as several enzymes needed for the growth, development and energy metabolism. In the plasma level, the 1.5 to 1.8 mg per liter, the daily requirement will be 250 to 300 mg. Milk, cheese, fish, meat, pulses, whole grains, nuts, etc. are some of the sources, as well as the deficiency symptoms are very much similar to the tetany. The next important mineral is the sodium. Sodium is also known as common salt. And adult body contains 100 gram of sodium, most of which present in the extracellular fluid of the body. Sodium, it is one of the very important nutrient which is required by all the humans, and it is one of the body's electrolytes, which are minerals that the body needs relatively in the larger amounts. The electrolytes carry an electric charge when dissolved in the body fluid such as blood, etc. The majority of the body sodium, it is located in the blood and in the fluids present around the cells. When coming to the functions, the electrolytes in the extracellular fluid, the electrolyte, the water balance acids, the water balance, acid-base balance, digestion as a part of the gastric juice. These are some of the functions of the iodine, that is a sodium. The requirement, it is 1 to 3.5 grams per day. 1 to 3.5 grams per day. When coming to the sources, of course the commons are, milk, egg white, meat, poultry, green leafy vegetables, beetroot, Bengal gram, dal, etc. are some of the sources of sodium. When coming to the deficiency symptoms, severe vomiting, or the diarrhea. Diarrhea is nothing but the loose watery stools that occur more frequently than the usual one, and this results in the alkalosis. Alkalosis is the excessive blood alkalinity which is caused by an overabundance of bicarbonate in the blood or loss of acid from the blood. So, the sodium is also known as common salt. An adult body contains around 100 grams of sodium, most of which is present in the extracellular fluid of the body. When coming to the functions, electrolytes in the extracellular fluid maintains the balance, acid-base balance, digestion as a part of gastric juice. These are some of the functions of sodium. And the sodium, it is very important nutrient which is required by all the human body, and it is one of the body's electrolytes, electrolytes are mineral which are required by the body in larger amount. The electrolytes carry an electric charge when dissolved in the body fluids like the blood. Sodium helps the body to keep the fluids in a normal balance along with the other trace elements like the potassium. This also plays a key role in normal nerve as well as the muscle function. Around 1 to 3.5 grams per day are the daily requirement of the sodium, and the common salt, milk, egg white, poultry, meat, green leafy vegetables, Bengal gram, dal, beetroot, etc. are some of the food sources of the sodium. The deficiency symptoms are severe vomiting or the diarrhea, which results in the alkalosis. Next important mineral is the zinc. Next important one is zinc. Zinc, about 90% of the body is the muscle and bone. About 90% of the body's zinc is in the muscle and bone. This helps to keep the immune system strong because it is very much necessary for the immune cell functioning and the cell signaling. The deficiency can can lead to the weakened immune response. The functions of the zinc, like it is a constituent of the enzyme. Constituent of enzyme, carbonic anhydrase, carbonic anhydrase and insulin. Zinc is a constituent of the enzyme carbonic anhydrase and it is also a constituent of the insulin in the body. Next, when coming to the requirements, the daily requirement is 15 to 20 mg per day. Oyster sources are oysters, seafoods, liver, egg, poultry, dairy products, nuts, etc. Oysters, seafoods, liver, egg, wheat germ, yeast, meat, poultry, egg and dietary products and nuts, dairy products are some of the food sources of the zinc. When coming to the deficiency symptoms, it is anemia, growth retardation, anemia, growth retardation. With these, delayed genital maturation, impaired glucose tolerance are also seen. What is meant by the zinc? Zinc is a mineral. Zinc is a kind of mineral. About 90% of the body zinc is in the muscle and bone. It helps to keep your immune system strong. It is a constituent of enzyme carbonic anhydrase. This is a constituent of the insulin. It helps to keep the immune system strong because it is very much necessary for the immune cell functioning, and a deficiency can lead to the weakened immune response. The normal requirements is the daily requirements is 50 to 20 mg per day. It is a daily requirement. Oysters, seafoods, liver, egg, yeast, poultry, meat, dairy products, eggs, etc. are some of the food sources. And anemia and growth retardation, delayed genital maturation, impaired glucose tolerance are some of the deficiency symptoms of the zinc. With these deficiencies, sometimes slow wound healing is also seen as a deficiency of the zinc. So, next, we'll move on to the potassium. Potassium is a very important trace mineral. This is required by the body to perform numerous important functioning, such as relaying nerve signaling and regulating the muscle contraction. In fact, this is the third most abundant mineral which is found in the human body after calcium and phosphorus. The potassium reserves are primarily present in the cells, of which at least 80% of the mineral is found in the muscle cells, while the remaining 20% is stored in the bone tissue, liver as well as the red cells or RBC. When coming to the functions, the maintenance of the intracellular fluid, maintenance of intracellular fluid balance, acid base, balance, transmission of nerve impulses, storage of cell protein, storage of cell protein and glycogen. When coming to the functions, it helps in the maintenance of intracellular fluids, acid-base balance, transmission of nerve impulses, storage of protein and the glycogen. When coming to the requirements, around 4 grams per day. When coming to the sources are meat, fish, chicken, cereals, vegetables, fruits, etc. When coming to the sources of potassium are the meat, fish, chicken, cereal, vegetables, green leafy vegetables, fruits like the apricots, peaches, banana, orange, pineapple, etc. are some of the food sources. When coming to the deficiency, it is acidosis, adrenal tumor, muscular weakness, acidosis, adrenal tumor, muscular weakness and mental apathy, paralysis, etc. are same. So potassium is a vital trace mineral which is required by the body to perform numerous important functions such as the relaying nerve signaling and regulating muscle contraction. And this is the third most abundant mineral in the human body after the calcium and phosphorus. The functions are maintenance of intracellular fluid balance, acid-base balance, transmission of nerve impulses, storage of the protein and glycogen. With these, it also helps in the maintenance of normal blood pressure, controlling of muscle contraction, and ensuring optimal water balance within the system. It upholds accurate heart rate, that is pulses, regulate the proper digestion process, prevent stroke and heart diseases, sustain regular heart muscle activity. Meat, fish, chicken, cereal, vegetables, green leafy vegetables, fruits, apricots like apricot, banana, orange, pineapple, etc. are some of the food sources of potassium. When coming to the deficiency, acidosis, adrenal tumor, muscular weakness, mental apathy, cardiac illness and cardiac problems, mental apathy, paralysis, and bone fragility, and etc. These are some of the deficiency symptoms. Acidosis means a buildup of acid in the bloodstream. Acidosis means and the excessive acid condition in the body fluid or tissues. The acidosis, it is a condition in which there will be too much acid in the body fluid. The adrenal tumor. Adrenal tumors are nothing but the cancerous or the non-cancerous growth on the adrenal glands. And muscular weakness will be there, heart related problems will be there. Like heart related problems means heartbeat will be irregular, that is too fast or too slow like this. And the mental apathy. It is characterized by the feeling of indifference and lack of emotions. That is the lack of interest in the life activities and the social interaction. And the paralysis. Paralysis is nothing but the loss of muscle function in a part of your body. It happens when something goes wrong with the way messages pass between your brain as well as the muscles. And the bone fragility. Bone fragility is nothing but the susceptibility to fracture. And another one is adrenal hypertrophy. That means it refers to the non-malignant growth or the enlargement of the adrenal glands. So these are some of the deficiency symptoms of the potassium. The next one is the copper. The next mineral is copper. Copper is an essential nutrient for the body. Together with iron, it enables the body to form red blood cells. When coming to the functions, it is very much essential for hemoglobin synthesis. Hemoglobin synthesis, enzymes. Copper helps in the maintenance of healthy bone, blood vessels, nerves and immune functioning. And this also contributes to the iron absorption. It is very much essential for hemoglobin synthesis, activation of the enzymes, role in the bone formation, maintenance of myelin sheath of the nerve, formation of iron metabolism, etc. When coming to the daily requirements, 2.5 mg per day is the daily requirement. When coming to the sources, these are liver, meat, fish, cereals, nuts, etc. are some of the sources. Sources of copper are liver, oyster, meat, fish, cereals, nuts, legumes, whole grains, etc. are some of the food sources of the copper. When coming to the deficiency symptoms, the retarded in the hemoglobin production. Retarded hemoglobin production. Retarded hemoglobin production, loss of weight, grey hair, loss of weight, the hair will turn grey color. What do you mean? Copper, it is an essential nutrient for the body. It enables the body to form red blood cells. It helps in the maintaining of healthy bones, blood vessels, nerves and immune system. Essential hemoglobin synthesis, activation of some enzymes and perform the role in bone formation, maintenance of myelin sheath of the nerves and the formation of iron metabolism. Around 2.5 mg is the daily requirement. Some of the sources are oyster, liver, meat, fish, legumes, nuts, cereals, etc. Retarded hemoglobin production, loss of weight and the grey hair. The grey hair are some of the deficiency symptoms of the copper. The students, in this class we have gone through some of the minerals, other minerals like magnesium, sodium or the common salt, zinc, potassium and copper. And about these, the functions, daily requirements, sources and deficiencies we have learnt. This is for today. Thank you.